What do you do if he says, call me? Hi, I'm Broderick Boyd. I'm the husband of Antia Boyd, and for over 16 years, I've been helping single men to attract the right woman for them. So I have a unique perspective into what makes the male brain tick. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe for more powerful videos like this. And let's go ahead and dive right in. So if a man is texting you, call me, whether it's online or via text, and he says, just call me, or let's hang out, or hope to see you tomorrow, or hope to talk to you tomorrow, or text me tomorrow, or let's chat tomorrow, something like that, where he's basically putting the ball in your court and he's saying, hey, come to me, or hey, it's kind of a non-committal, nonchalant kind of message to put out there and just say, call me sometime, or let's hang out sometime, or hope to talk to you tomorrow, or call me tomorrow evening. So the problem with this is basically what he's doing is he's saying, well, you come to me, you be the masculine, and you do the work. And the problem with this is that it's going to change the dynamic. Whether he's aware of this or not, oftentimes I think he could be doing this unconsciously, actually, or consciously. And either way, it's a form of a test also. To see this as a test, he's going to see, what kind of woman are you? Are you actually a feminine woman? Or are you a more masculine woman? Are you a high value woman? Or are you a more low value woman? And so it's an unconscious or conscious test. But basically, the way you pass this test is you want to switch the dynamic back around in a graceful way, which that's the key. Because otherwise, it could become a power struggle. And you say, oh, well, no, you call me. And he'll say, no, you call me. That could become like that level of a power struggle. So we want to avoid that. And instead, gracefully invite him to step back into his masculine while also overcoming, passing the test and having the dynamic reversed again to where he's coming to you. And he's chasing you, he's pursuing you, he's being the masculine, like in a dance. There can only be one leader of the dance in a partner dance at a time. If there's two leaders, you're not dancing properly. It's going to be very frustrating for both of you. You're stepping on each other's feet. And if you're leading, now you're the masculine, and now he's kind of stepping into his feminine, and he's going to be less likely to lead in the future, less likely to invest in the relationship, less likely to commit, less likely to value the relationship, unless he's by nature a very feminine man. And I guess that's up to you to decide if that's the kind of man that you want. And if you're okay with that, then by all means, take the reins and lead him, by the leash. But in my experience, most women don't want that. Hence 50 Shades of Grey and pretty much every romance novel. So, however, you want to coax him into behaving properly, we might say, or behaving in a quality way that you will enjoy. Long term. So how do we do this? So I'm going to give you a specific text you can use. So let's just say there's variations of this. So let's just say he says, call me tomorrow, or let's chat tomorrow. So then what you can say is you can say something like, sounds good. You can just call/text me when you're ready to chat. So you're basically gracefully giving it back to him because you're basically saying, call or text me when you're ready to chat, but you're not actually denying it because you said sounds good. In sales and in NLP, they call this an affirmative response. You are agreeing with him. So you start by agreeing with him, and then you subtly kind of tweak it around, because when you start with an agreement, it's called an agreement frame. It lowers the resistance, that he doesn't see it as a combat. He doesn't see it as you're challenging him. He sees it more as you're just gracefully, redirecting it. Or maybe you just misinterpreted what he said, which that's fine too. You're kind of like almost playfully misinterpreting what he said on purpose, and saying, sure, yeah, call, feel free to call me or let me know. So again, what that text is sounds good. You can call/text me when you're ready to chat. Now I added in there the text because then you're kind of also changing it. So you're not just saying like, oh, sounds good, call me when you're ready to chat. You're saying call or text me. So you're kind of giving him the option to just text you also when he's ready to chat. So he could either do both. So that way tomorrow he may actually just call you, or he might text you and say, hey, I'm available now. In that case, I would say, fine, just you can go ahead and call him then, because he kind of has told you, he's kind of still leading because he's told you specifically when to call him, or specifically he's kind of guided you what to do, which is still him leading really. that's the key, is we want him to take more initiative. We want him to take more leadership role, more guiding role in it. That's pulling him into his masculine, and that's helping you to pass the test, and also for it's helping you to stay in your feminine. You're probably just going to enjoy it more, and it'll be less stressful for you, and you'll have to think less about, oh man, should I call him now, or when should I call, or when should I text? And that can create anxiety and uncertainty, and then you might not end up doing anything, and then just kind of ruins the relationship, or just fizzles out. So some other variations of this, what you can say is you can just say something like, sounds good, yeah, just let me know when you'd like to chat, or sounds good, yeah, just let me know when you'd like to hang out. Now, if you want to soften these a bit, you could also put like a little smiley face at the end, or a thumbs up, something like that, so it can soften it a little bit if you feel like it's a little bit maybe coming across as like, oh, sounds good, like you do the work, or you do this. You want to soften it a little bit, so it's like a playful redirect and a little soften. So you can say, yeah, just let me know when you're ready to chat, or just let me know when you want to hang out, or just let me know what time. I don't prefer that one, because if you say, just let me know what time you want to talk, and then he says 8 p.m., and now it's like, okay, so now you still have to call him at 8. Again, it's better than you just calling him, but it's not ideal, because it's not as ideal as the first one, because then he would actually be calling you. So some final things I'll say about this is, when you're giving it back to him, it's also kind of you now testing him a little bit to see really how interested is he really, that he will, you know, come back and text you or call you at that time, or is he really able to take that initiative? Is he really able to be a masculine guy and take the lead or not? And then you can do with that information with what that you like to after you have that information. And now if he was to come back with something like, you know what, do you not want to call me? Or how come you never call me? Or how come you never text me? How come I'm always doing it? You can say something like, well, you know, I'm kind of strange, but I just find it really sexy when a guy calls me. I just find it really sexy when a guy's texting me first, or when a guy's initiating. I don't know why, you know, it's kind of weird, I know, but I just find it really sexy. And so, you know, that's why. And I think if you say it like that, I think he'll really get it, and he'll really appreciate that. And because of course he'll want to be sexy, and he'll want to probably be attractive to you. You guys might have a discussion around that. Could be interesting, and you can kind of go into, you know, masculine feminine dynamics, how you could talk more about how I love when a man takes the lead, and it just really turns me on. And you know, I've had other relationships in the past where I was doing the work and it fizzled out. So, you know, or when I was initiating all the time and it just didn't work out. So you can give examples too of other times in your life when you did it the other way and it didn't work out. And I think most guys will get it. And I think it'll actually inspire him to want to be that for you. And he might want to practice that for himself, because maybe he just got complacent. Maybe he got lazy, because a lot of women, maybe he was on Bumble, and a lot of women were like, you know, they're initiating first. So guys get lazy because of that. And then now he's met a woman who's actually a high value woman, that he actually gets to now pursue you. He gets to value you and see you as a prize. And he might actually appreciate that as a fresh breath of air. And he could start to see you as potentially long-term relationship material, not just short-term material, or not just like low value material. So that's the other powerful thing that can happen with that. So hope this was helpful. Feel free to comment below. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Any other questions you might have. Again, like, comment, subscribe for more powerful videos like this in the future. And we also have a free course. I believe it's going to be on this side. It might be their side, and it'll be kind of awkward, but you know, whatever. Let's go with it. And a free quiz you can get there as well. So much love. Hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.